All right, we're back for Goodnight, Goodkind, episode 2 from Salt Lake City, Utah. Dash Lovell from Dash Athletics, NBA trainer on the show. Dash, you ready to go?
I'm ready to go. Let's get it, Mike.
Play some horse, man.
Let's play some horse.
Are you pretty good at horse?
We'll see. We got to find out, right?
So the first thing I want to talk to you about is you're from New York. I'm from New York too.
Yeah.
You started playing basketball from a young age, but how'd you get into training?
Well, first of all, man. Okay, good shot, Mike.
Well, I'm already started.
He already hot. He already hot.
Yeah, I got it going.
From Trinidad originally. There we go. Missed the first one.
I'll take it.
Right? No, started playing basketball. I used to run track first. That's where I got the name Dash. Once I came to the United States, living in New York City, like all my cousins and brothers, they played. I started playing. Started actually late, not young. Started around 16 years old. Okay, way to keep up, Mike.
Yeah.
Once I realized this was a sport that you had to start really early at, especially being my height, focused on just helping my younger brothers, my cousins. They all played Division I basketball. Once I realized it was kind of too late for me, I wanted to keep being involved in the game of basketball. So I just started teaching, searching for information. So took it from there, started with my brother, my cousins, and started pushing the needle towards them. Everything I learned, trying to pass it to them so they can have a better chance than I did. So it always started with like me feeling like I didn't have enough information and help, and I didn't want to see that happen to anybody else. So just started chasing information in that way. But I started when I was 16. So started to play basketball when you were 16, trying to figure everything out, not knowing how to shoot the ball, not knowing how to dribble. It was just fast, right? So took that, started searching for information. Then it just basically started transferring it to them so they could have a better chance than I ever did. Okay, Mike, way to keep up. Way to keep up. Well, I got an age. You don't got nothing yet. I got to give him something. I got to give him something, Just.
Of all the guys you've worked with, because you've worked with KD, you've worked with Chet, you've obviously worked with Johnny Juzang, Colin Sexton, like you got some really big names, Paul George. Who would you say the most development you've seen is in out of all those players, or out of everybody that you've trained or work with?
Well, obviously I met Paul and those guys. They were already all-stars, right? But a lot of people think sometimes because guys are already good that they don't want to be coached. But when you study the game a lot, you start seeing ways that guys can continue to get better. But I would say guys like Jabari Walker, Ben Sholzberg, that's in college.
That's an age.
He used to play at Creighton, now is at UC Santa Barbara. Johnny Juzang for sure. You know, I watched Johnny go to Kentucky, didn't play much. And then after Kentucky, transferred. I mean, he was averaging like 2 points, maybe even 1 at Kentucky. Go to UCLA. We started doing 2-a-days. That was throughout COVID. And watch him go from 1 point or 2 points a game to about 14 to 15, where he had one of the craziest runs in NCAA history at UCLA. Watching that development process was one of the most satisfying thing to me, because you start realizing a lot of things you do can work.
I hit it.
Oh, you hit that?
I hit it.
Oh man, I thought you missed. Look at me having no faith in you.
Keep going, keep going.
Right? Where'd you shoot from?
You
right
really
here?
shouldn't have faith in me. It was a free throw line, right?
It was
here.
a free throw line?
It was a 1 dribble free throw, but you don't have to do the dribble, but.
I take the dribble. There you go, I missed. Right, so what I got? O?
You got O.
What you got, H?
I got H.
All right, there you go. So I would say Johnny Juzang is one of those guys that I think I've actually got to see the most development in. Obviously, I knew him also since he was in the since he was in 8th grade, 7th grade.
Okay.
Me, I never really take credit for what guys do. They got to get out there. They got to do the work. So I was happy to kind of see him do those things and compete at that level and have the success he's had and he's going to continue to have. So the biggest thing for me is allowing my grit and greediness and like mindset of a winner onto guys. So I love pushing that more than anything.
There it is. Who do you say in terms of like mental strength you've seen change a lot?
Like for a lot of the top guys, they got that mindset, right? That's why they are who they are. It's bigger than just being able to dribble and shoot the basketball. Guys like Ryan Dunn, who plays for the Suns, he's actually playing right now. Just watching, glass. Just watching.
You didn't call glass, did you?
I didn't call glass. Should have called it.
Yeah.
Just got to make it from the spot. Just watching Moses Moody, who plays for the Warriors, another one of my young guys. Love that kid, man. Great dude.
HOR, we're tied, bro.
I watch Moses, man, like mentality change because how we talk in our workouts, how we believe in pushing the needle on being aggressive, like, you know. So definitely guys like Moses, Johnny, you could just hear it in their conversations. One thing Johnny said to me that was so funny, man. We was having a conversation about why certain guys think the way they do. And I laughed because he was like, man, I don't even want to know.
Yeah.
Right? He said, that ain't in my realm of my world. And that's when I knew, like, damn, I think he's arrived at that mental space where we're not even trying to figure out why lazy people are lazy. We're like, we don't even want to know why you think that way. I don't even want you around me if you feel that way. That's not in my world and space. So I'm not even trying to figure out what is wrong with you.
When guys come to you, because you teach guys like from high school.
Yep.
And you develop like some guys like Johnny to the league.
Uh-huh.
What do you think it takes for these guys? Because obviously it's what is it? It's a 0.001%, 0.0000, like the decimal is ridiculous, of guys that make it to the league. So what separates the guys that do from the guys that don't?
Sacrifice. I ain't going to the party. I ain't about to hang out. I'm gonna miss out on the girls. I'm gonna miss out on the drinking if that's what you do. I'm gonna miss out on anything that takes away from me getting better at this game and also being able to get the right information from the right people. So, you know, because a lot of people sacrifice, but I think if you are not getting the right knowledge, you know what I mean, things start getting a little cloudy. But it's also sacrifice is number one, getting the right information, and then placing your product in the right space, right? You could have all this talent, but if you're not placing it somewhere where it can be noticed and seen, it means nothing, right? Is that like that old saying, like, I could sell a bottle of water on the corner, I could sell it at the airport. At the airport, it's way more, right? So just being able to product placement is huge after you do the sacrificing and getting all the information you need behind what you're trying to do. Got to place the product in the right spot so everyone can see it and see what it looks like. That's why it's a platform, right? You guys go to college, you get to high Division I schools or whatever, even mid-majors at times, right? You have to be able to get on that platform and showcase all the things you've learned and obtained after all the sacrifice and information has been sent to you.
What would you say, like, you're saying product placement, so what is your product placement? Like, what separates you from every other trainer
Well, first, I'm not a trainer, I'm a teacher, right? So I think that's one separation pointer. Well, now he's doing fadeaways. Second,
I'm not gonna lie, it is HORS, yeah.
Second, oh, we both got S?
What?
We both got S?
I think that's, this is for game, bro.
On both of us?
I think it's HORS tied, right?
Okay, it's you on the line.
Bro.
I'm just messing with you. Come on, you gotta focus,
ego
man.
Problems.
You gotta focus, man. You gotta focus, just.
Say I'm a young high school guy who has, you know, D1 aspirations or like, you know, maybe NBA eventually. What's like when I come in, obviously like you assess everything, right? From dribbling to shooting. But what do you think the number one thing that you want to teach them is like day number one and that you really want to bring home with that guy?
I mean, the first thing you want to show him, or try to teach him, is let him know how he got to fall in love with hard work, right? Because I tell guys all the time, I get guys texting me saying, I want to enjoy this. You got to fall in love with knowing that this is not enjoyable. And I think once you get that down and you realize like, man, this is not enjoyable, right? Then you can get to the point where like, okay, well, you work hard. You know what working hard looks like. And you got to see if he's willing to push his body to the limits. That's the first thing I would try to show somebody. Can you push your body to those limits where you're throwing up, legs are done, your body's tired, you're fatigued, and still say, yeah, I love this. I think once you start understanding mentally, I can go through this type of torture and you can be in love with it, then it's like now we can take the other steps into trying to show you how to build your handle, how to build your jumper, how to play the game. But you got to be able to want to do the dirty work first. You don't give me a 3-ball, you keep trying to get layups, man.
Yeah, you know, I got to get you somewhere, bro.
Come on, man.
Yeah, you know, the idea is, D, one day we're going to get Steph Curry on the show.
Yeah.
And I'm going to try to get a letter
There you go.
on Steph. That's the idea. So how am I going to get a letter? Probably from easier shots, you know? You fool him.
Yeah,
So, you know, he don't want to lose.
You don't want to lose, right?
No,
There you
no.
go. Come on, stop stepping on the line, though.
Come on.
Oh, my God. I got to finish this, man.
You got to finish, man.
I got to finish this.
That's
There
it.
we go. Got to finish this.
Top of the key, 3-ball for the game.
Yeah.
That's game.
It's game.
It's a good game.
Good game, man. You was there with me.
It was,
You was there with me,
tight to
man.
the end.
Look
It
at
was
that.
down to the wire.
Look at that. Look at that.
I'll take it.
I told Justin, we was walking through the hallway. I haven't touched the ball in a minute. That's not an excuse for you being that close, but I was getting my form shots as we walked. I said, Mike want to shoot with me. So I was walking like, let me see what this feels like. Haven't done this in a while. I got you. Man, coming at you from Salt Lake City on Goodnight, Goodkind. This is Dash Athletics tuning out. Let's get it.
Good night.
Yeah.